There's a few distinct roles inside our call center. So we have dispatcher, we have inbound call taker, we have outbound, we have written, and inside sales. And those are the 5 key positions inside our call center. It's totally okay if you have people carrying multiple loads. Scaling a business is turning generalists into specialists into experts on repeat. Dispatcher organizes the board. So they're going to take a full board that the call takers filled, and they're going to optimize that board. They're going to put the best tech on the right call. If you have install coordination or if you don't, they're going to help coordinate installs. So if you sell a fence or if you sell a roof or if you sell a furnace or whatever it is, they may help either with that handoff or actually schedule it itself. But really their logistics is probably a better way to think about a dispatcher. And this is one of the more confusing roles for smaller companies is when do I need my first dispatcher? And the answer is usually like $3 million. So if you're looking for that benchmark, $3 million is normally when you separate call taking from dispatch. The next role was inbound call center. They're taking either written, email, SMS, or phone call leads, and their job is to literally just book the call. A good measurement that we use that could be helpful to people is we expect 80 calls a day per CSR. So if you're trying to figure out when it's time to add that next person, 80 is a good number for us. Now, I have heard of people that have numbers way higher than that, but 80 is a number that we feel pretty comfortable with. Next one was outbound. Our inbound call takers do some outbound in order to hit that 80 number, but the outbound call takers, all they do, it's pure outbound. Just trying to give benchmarks here. We usually expect 100 to 120 phone calls a day out from those team members. Next big role is inbound written. And really that's just, we get a lot of volume of emails. I really want to be able to monitor, which is one of the harder things that happens the bigger the call center gets, is like, hey, what's the actual measurable here? And are we hitting it? Are we hitting 80 a day in? Are we hitting 100 a day out? How do we measure that? And when you're hitting those, how do we optimize you? How do we coach you to get better? How do we increase our book rates? So we found inbound written to be very messy because people kept saying like, oh, I can't do my 80 in. I'm responding to emails. And we couldn't find a great solution to really attribute their time to know. But suddenly half of the call center was all saying that they were doing emails. And I'm like, guys, we don't have that many emails. So we split that off. Some people have it in the same, but for us, I really like to know that you're doing a good job without having to, really know. And then final one is inside sales. And inside sales for us is rehash. So rehash means I went out and I gave someone an estimate and we did not close on site. And then we sent them a follow-up message in order to attempt to close, which obviously I think that's one of the main value props of Hatch.